What's up, everybody? Welcome to Mick Thinks Tiny. My name is Mick. So I am here today in Austin, Texas. I'm staying at Village Farm Tiny House Community for a few days. I'm actually staying in this tiny house right back here, so I'm going to give you a tour of this tiny home, another tiny house across the way. You're going to hear from residents in the community, so you're going to get first-hand accounts of what it's like to go tiny in this community. We're going to do a full tour of the community, and we're going to check out downtown Austin. So lots of fun things in store for you guys today. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, and let's jump into it. Let's check out Village Farm Tiny House Community in Austin, Texas. Alright guys, so welcome back to the channel. So first up, we're going to do a tour of the tiny house I'm actually staying in. So this is a Seabreeze model. All the tiny homes I'm going to show you today in this tour video are for sale. So make sure you check the link in the video description too if you're interested in them or you're just interested in learning more about the community. Alright, so this is the Seabreeze tiny home. We're going to check out the exterior first. So the first thing you notice is that you've got this awesome front porch. So you've got plenty of space for a full setup here in terms of sitting. You can also put some seating over here as well too. Really cool doors. I actually like that little tiny window there as well too. And then if you look out, there's just views everywhere. So this house is on the corner, so you're not gonna have anyone next to you here. So if you're interested in, if you were to buy this home or you like move into it, you wouldn't have a neighbor there, so that part's really nice. And then you've got all these other tiny homes here too. I can show you what this looks like. All right, before we check out the inside, I just want to show you all just the size of this tiny home. So it's 399 square feet. So it's much larger than your standard tiny house in terms of the length and the width. And if you look at it, it's got a really cool design. You see all the different windows here, so it's going to be really cool to check out all the natural light. A little bit of a pop-up here as well for the loft, so that you've got that going on too. And we've got a back porch, so lots of things for us to check out when we go inside. But let's go inside and check it out. All right, when you first come in, the first thing that you notice, or the first thing I noticed, is just the height, right? So you got the recessed lighting, really cool ceiling, great features here. Ceiling fan to keep you cool because we are in Texas. Although today, believe it or not, it is 60 degrees, which is kind of awesome. There is a fireplace here, which I am super excited to check out tonight. It looks awesome. You got enough space for a full-size TV here as well too. Again, all that natural light comes in. Got your mini split, of course. Full seating area here for your kitchen. Enough space for 2 full-size chairs. You got the couch here with the coffee table as well. And then if you just look at this backdrop, look at these beautiful, almost floor-to-ceiling windows that you've got here as well when you're in your living area. Really cute little accent with the lighting and the fixture here. You can check out the kitchen and the first floor. I'll show you all the back porch, and then I'll show you the loft as well too. So looking in this kitchen, is a really good sized kitchen in my opinion. You've got the little peninsula here where you could sit and you can have your coffee and your breakfast in the morning. Really nice sized sink, nice stainless steel sink here, nice appliances. One thing that I noticed that really stands out to me, and this is something I know a lot of you pay attention to and you care about because you drop a lot of comments about storage. So if you're looking here, there's storage everywhere. So you've got storage above the microwave. You've got storage here. I honestly think this is a great use of space from a design perspective. For those of you who are looking to design your tiny homes, you definitely want to make sure you use all the wall space possible. So the fact that they put this here is huge. So you can put your glasses there. So that's just a great use of space from a design perspective. Then you've also got a dishwasher here as well too. We've got a really good sized fridge with a freezer on top. We've got a full stackable washer and dryer. Honestly, this is a must-have. So this is one of their Airbnbs, right? And I think these are must-haves in general for rentals, but also just a good way to make use of space. And you're gonna do laundry even when you're traveling. These bunk beds were a surprise to me, but I love it. This would, and typically, I guess you could put this as like, maybe it could be like an office or something like that, but I actually think they did a really good job in terms of putting bunk beds there because it just gives you an opportunity to have more people with you when you travel, which is awesome. And then you've got this bathroom here. Again, making good use of this space here. This is where the towels are. But just making good use of the space above the toilet. No space is going to waste in this tiny home. You've got a nice size vanity. Really good size shower. I actually really like the shower. I think it's a really good size shower. Again, we got the shiplap. Just want to talk a little about the design. White shiplap in terms of the interior. And I really like this dark, more like rustic flooring as well too. This is the main bedroom. So now this tiny home sleeps 6 technically, right? So like 4 to 6, because there are 4 beds in this tiny home, 2 queen, and then you have the bunk beds. You've got a sliding barn door here for another TV and more storage. So again, like you just have so much storage in this tiny home. Kind of like retracts back on its own. Wasn't expecting that, but that is a cool feature. All right, really cool little lighting features here, just like these little touches, right? Ceiling fan, like I will say that it's like nice and cool in here, like it's a good temperature. Again, more storage space as well too. I don't know if you overpack when you travel like I do, but having more storage is never going to be a bad thing. And then we get to go out into our private back porch. I actually haven't come out here. This is my first time coming out here right now, and I love it. All right, so you've got enough space to have 2 couches and a coffee table. Honestly, it's a little bit warmer back here, which I'm kind of liking. I'm feeling a little cold today, actually. So this is pretty cool. Honestly, this is really sweet. I like that it's enclosed, right? So I'm big on closed porches, especially the back porch. You want your privacy, and then you go out down these steps. And again, when you're looking out and around, like, look at this. This is gorgeous. It is like the perfect day to come and check this out. And again, you have virtually unobstructed views, right? You get to see the entire area here, and there's no one behind you. So that's kind of the big feature here, in my opinion, when looking at this tiny home, is that there's nothing going to be in your way. I know a lot of you want to make sure that you have enough space. You have enough space. All right, now we're going to go check out the loft. This is an important feature. I know that lofts matter a lot to a lot of you who are looking to go tiny. Even if you don't want to use the loft for sleeping, it can be for storage. And this particular loft can fit a queen size bed, and you've got a really cool view of the entire tiny home. So I am going to climb on up there. You've got stairs right here, pretty easy to get up on. All right, so you come up here. I actually like that they carpeted. Drop a comment if you, whether you're like carpet or hardwood floors type of people. I tend to like a mix in a house, whether it's traditional or a tiny home in this case. So you're not going to be able to stand in it, right? But you've got a good amount of room. And you go in here, look at that. This is great. Plenty of space, more than enough space. And then look at that. Look at that view. You just look out over your beautiful tiny house and your fireplace. All right, so this is the Sea Breeze. This is the one that I'm staying in for the next few days. Now we're going to go over and we're going to check out another tiny home. It's called the Waterloo. I'm super excited for you guys to see this one too, so let's go check out that other one. All right, guys, this is the Waterloo. I had to figure out how far to stand back because this thing is massive. Again, 399 square feet though, so I'm curious to see how they utilize the same square footage in a different floor plan. This one's also for sale, so if you're interested in this one, you can just check the link in the video description for more information. But what I love about this one, right off the bat, is this massive, massive deck. I actually really like the colors, but I love the deck. I love the wood in terms of like the railing, but then the actual size, like can you imagine the types of just like coffee in the morning? You have a full-on breakfast out here. I can't wait to get inside and check this out. This deck is huge. Oh my gosh, the deck has a fireplace on it. Okay guys, this it might be my favorite tiny house I have ever seen in person to date, and I haven't even gone inside yet. So we've got a full fireplace right there. That's incredible. I'll see if maybe someone can turn that on for me later so I can check that out. But all right, going through, just like a proper walkway. Just want to show you both sides. I'm assuming that goes to the bedroom, so I won't go in that way. So we'll just go in the front door. Really cool light. All right, let's go check out the Waterloo. Okay, what do we think about? First thing we think about is this living room space. So you got this really great ceiling fan going here. It's nice and cool in here. This is a really good size. So from a design perspective, I'm going to talk a lot about the design side of this because I think it's important to visualize. From a design perspective, well, here you've got this area here where you could put like your keys, right? All your different, like maybe your mail. Again, you've got storage. You could put a full-size couch. I guess you could put a full-size couch here if you wanted, or you could put a couch along this side, but I feel like this is the area where your TV would be, so it's really up to you. But again, massive, great size living room. I like the angled ceilings right from that roof line, again, those features. Okay, now we're gonna go and check this out. I like the flooring. Again, you have like a mix of shiplap and just regular walls in terms of the design there. So again, tons of storage. You got your microwave here, full-size kitchen. It's a bit of a galley style, right? So we got a galley style kitchen. You've got your cooktop. Again, storage for days. You got your cooktop. Looks like a 4-burner cooktop. This looks really nice. You've got your traditional hood here, which I know is something that a lot of y'all talk about with like venting and things like that. You've got storage here. You've got storage above your fridge, which is fantastic. Then you've got this massive fridge, which has my favorite thing that fridges have, is this water situation where you can put your water in, your ice. So again, good size fridge. Good size sink, just like in the Seabreeze. So nice size sink, again, good storage. I actually want to take a second and talk about countertops, because countertops are something that are like kind of like can be a deal breaker in a kitchen, right? So for those of you who like to cook and you like to bake like I do, like look at all this space for prepping, and you've got all this space here. So good amount of countertop space, love that. All right, main bedroom. It's a pretty good size. I like this. I love the built-ins. I'm big on storage, I'm big on space, I'm big on making sure you maximize your design. So the fact that they put not one, but two. So you've got 2 sliding barn doors here. I'll show you the other one. That's really great because it means that, you know, you and, you know, your partner, if you want, like if you're moving in with someone, you both can have your own closet. So that can be your closet, that can be their closet, or it could just be yours. All right. And then we've got a bathroom here. Another full-size bathroom. This one feels a little bit bigger than the one in the tiny house I'm staying in, the Seabreeze. But again, a good size shower, toilet, vanity, storage, mirror. So everything that you need, all in one place. And then of course this door goes out to your gorgeous patio again and wraps around to your fireplace, which I'm not going to stop talking about. And then you've also got this really cool view here, you know, the other tiny homes as well too. Like it's just a really cool setup. So I'm excited to show you all the entire community, but I think this is a good first look for you all to get a sense for what the homes look like. I know that it's really important when you're looking to go tiny that you see as many different homes as possible. And then you've also got your washer dryer hookup as well too, which I forgot to mention. All right, so this is the Waterloo. Again, if you're interested in this one's also for sale. You can check the link in the video description for more information, pricing, more specs, more information, that sort of thing. But yeah, this is just the first of a couple of videos. So this video was focused on just making sure you all get a sense for the homes themselves. So the one that I'm staying in with the fireplace on the inside and the front porch and the back one, and then this one here with the fireplace on the porch and sort of like wraps around. So make sure you stay tuned for the next video. I'm going to talk about the community itself. We're going to go through the entire community, full tour, interviews with the residents, and we are also going to check out downtown Austin. So if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Don't forget to think tiny.